Hey, welcome to Cow Free Kicks. On this channel I review leather-free sneakers only, and this video is all about the Nike Downshifter 13. Welcome to the channel. If you've not seen one of my videos before, I always look into 5 different categories when I review a pair of sneakers, and they are looks, comfort, weight, breathability and price. And then at the end of the video, I will give these Nike Downshifter 13s an overall rating out of 5 stars. And as always, if you do like what you see, please do not forget to show a little bit of extra support by clicking that little thumbs up like button below on your device. And whilst you're down there, and if you've not done so already, please do take 2 seconds to subscribe to the channel. So let's kick this review off as we always do by checking out these Downshifter 13s on feet. Currently available in a few different colorways via the Nike app and website. This is the 13th version of this Downshifter silhouette from Nike, and I've been lucky enough to review 10, 11, 12, and now number 13. Unfortunately for me, I think this is probably one of the worst versions of the sneaker, but I'll talk about that in more detail as we go on throughout the video. Looks wise, I don't think they look too bad. They look a little bit like the Nike Interact runs that I just reviewed previously, especially with the shape of this incredibly oversized, unnamed foam midsole unit. You can see that it starts quite tapered towards the toe, but as you get towards the middle of the foot, it aggressively bends in and then folds out to create this massive midsole unit. All of that, it sits on top of this Nike Grind outsole unit. It's got 15% recycled materials, and at least 20% of this sneaker is made from recycled materials. The remaining 5% that isn't used with this Nike Grind is probably recycled polyester in this mesh upper that you get with the Nike Downshifter 13s. And as always with the Downshifter 13s, you seem to get this outline TPU swoosh printed in this hardened plastic on the outside of the foot, and on the inside of your foot you get more of a solid printed on Nike swoosh just there. There's more swoosh detailing at the bottom of the tongue with a little bit of an embroidered black swoosh, and there's more swoosh detailing on the midsole of the unit just towards the toe box as well. So a bit of overkill with the amount of swooshes on the shoe, but as you move towards the tongue you've got some more Downshifter branding, and then as you move towards the rear of the sneaker and you go towards the heel unit, you've just got a bit of 3M detailing there just to make them stand out if you are going to go for a run in these. Overall, I don't think they look too bad. These are part of Nike's budget kind of entry shoes into running and walking, and generally it's more of like an everyday lifestyle shoe for me than it would be a serious running shoe. And like I said, it's more of an entry level shoe into going to the gym or going to running. So don't expect to go 15, 20, 25k runs in these. These are just an entry level shoe. Now we're going to talk more about their comfort. We're going to talk about this chunky midsole once I've put it to the test on my back doorstep. Putting these to the test on my back doorstep showed that they do have some responsive give and bounce back, but not much at all, especially around the toe box area and the middle of the foot. You did get some nice responsive bounce back in these from the step test and when you're walking along in this area towards the heel where you've got an incredibly large amount of the foam. But unfortunately this unnamed foam is incredibly similar to the foam, possibly the same, that they used on the Nike Interact runs that I reviewed previously. They feel very flat underfoot. They don't give you enough bounce, enough cushion, enough ride. I think they're incredibly unresponsive when you move towards the middle of the foot and the toe box area as well. I just think overall I'd be expecting a lot more from a shoe, especially if I wanted to wear them as an everyday shoe, even an entry-level shoe into gym or fitness or running. I would expect more bounce and give. I just think they ride way too firm underfoot for my liking. And you move to the upper of the sneaker, you've got some nice padding around the foot entry hole here, around the heel, and the tongue is well padded as well. And this material that they use for the mesh, even though it's a bit scratchy to the touch, underneath there's another layer of more comfortable material that does give a nice comfortable feeling on top of your foot. But as with all of these Downshifter series, I do find they cut a bit too low towards the heel and around the ankle, and I just think it rides too low on the back of my heel. I think I'd prefer this area to be much higher. You can see from the tongue level there that it doesn't match the heel, and normally on most sneakers you'll find that they kind of match up. I just don't think overall these are a very, very comfortable pair of sneakers at all, unfortunately. Now I want to move on to their weight, where I want to pop them on the scales to see how much they weigh. Coming in at 313 grams, these do have a really nice weight to them, even though you've got this incredibly large foam midsole on them. The upper of the sneaker does have some TPU detail on it that is going to add a little bit of weight as well. Overall, 313 is a really nice weight though, because anything under the 350 gram mark and below I consider a lightweight sneaker. Anything above 400 is definitely tipping off into a heavyweight shoe, and anything below 300 grams is pretty much of a freak of a sneaker. But there are more of those around, and unfortunately I do think for what you're getting comfort wise and looks wise for this sneaker, they could have concentrated more on the weight and hopefully reduced it below that 300 gram mark to give them more of a selling point. They are lightweight, don't get me wrong, but it would have been nice if they were incredibly lightweight, because I do feel that at the moment they're kind of lacking. And now let's move on to the breathability section of the video, where I'm going to pump the upper full of smoke to see how breathable they are. Not a bad result in the breathability test at all. Even though some of the mesh detailing and the padding restricted some of the smoke escaping from the middle of the foot, they have inserted air holes just above the midsole unit, just here and just underneath the laces, so you could see the smoke escape from there very quickly. And also the toe box had a really nice flow of smoke release and very quickly. So overall these are going to offer you really nice breathability. But unfortunately that's probably the only good thing about these sneakers. But then again, let's talk more about their price now, and these come in at £65 officially via the Nike app and website. If you do shop around, there are other retailers selling this particular version here for around £52, so I'd definitely look to get them cheaper if you can, because I think that price point of £65, even though in today's rates that's not too bad, I don't think this is a sneaker that I would really want to purchase in general, because I just don't think it offers you enough. And that's going to give me their overall score, which is a very average 3 stars. And it's only really getting those 3 stars because it's kind of like, well, it is lightweight, but not as lightweight as I'd like considering the rest of the performance of the shoe. And also it's incredibly breathable. Other than that, I think the looks are all right, but the comfort really lets them down for me. And I do think they are too highly priced. So overall, I couldn't give them any more than 3, but to be honest, they're probably more of a 2-star shoe. Now, if you've liked what you've seen today, please do not forget to give the video a thumbs up right before you leave. You can also follow me on Instagram, drop any comments below, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.